Hey everyone, Ash here, and we're still talking to this Romulan. So, where's that? Serac was killed during the last wars in Vulcan. This is a historical fact. However, he was not killed by a Vulcan, who could kill with a thought. In fact, while there are Vulcan legends that claim that these types of psionic abilities once existed, there is no proof that they were anything more than a myth. Serac died from radiation poisoning after the deployment of an atomic bomb. And finally, page 4. The letter said that Serac's Katara, or living spirit, was lost because he was killed by psionics. But this was not true. Serac's Katara was housed in the Katara Ark prior to his death. The Ark was found in the 22nd century by a Vulcan priest, who became founder of the Serenite Reformation movement. After one point, Serac's Katara was even housed in the mind of a human, Jonathan Archer from Enterprise. It is now resides in the Ark in the Great Temple on Mount Seleia. And then his lieutenant chimes in. You can't believe them! They're lying! The Vulcans are trying to hide their lies with a veneer of emotionless logic. But this Starfleet lackey can't even do that. You're a douche. Quiet, Hemmick. Clearly the threat did not come from the Vulcans. You have done well, Lieutenant, but you still owe me the actual culprit. I will wait here for you to find out who sent this letter. Alright, and here's my science officer. Lieutenant Varak, this is the USS Drake. Please respond. Sir, we received an anonymous report that the sender of the threatening communication is still on Vulcan. According to the tip, the person who made the threat is Lieutenant Hemmick. Dun dun dun. Alright. I want to analyze and compare the threat and anonymous tip. Sending the copies now. Please be careful, Captain. Diplomatic relations with the Romulans are always tricky. I would not recommend confronting Lieutenant Hemmick until you have definite proof that he was involved in the incident. Let's see, compare writing styles. Both documents share similar phrasing. It is possible that they were written through the same person. Excuse me. But there is not enough data to make a definite conclusion. Compare spelling. The threat misspells the word plaque, but the tip does not. This suggests that they were not written by the same person. Okay, how common is this misspelling? Among the Vulcan population, plaque is rarely, if ever, misspelled. This suggests that the threat was not written by a Vulcan, but analysis suggests that the tip was. And compare sender signals. Great pains were taken to make sure that the sender would remain anonymous, but both contain a deeply embedded signature that can be traced back to Ambassador Tisana's assistant Jobak. Dun 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 again. So, what is his connection? What is Jobak's connection to the history mentioned in the threat? Alright, Jobak's family are direct descendants of Serac. Further research showed that in the time of the sundering, members of Jobak's tribe conspired with the breakaway factions to discredit the philosopher. It is believed that the members of Serac's family feared repercussions against him for his actions. However, a definite record of the incidents are not included in Starfleet records. Alright. Compare these communications with others from Jobak. Further analysis shows the conclusive evidence that both the threat and the tip were sent from Jobak's terminal. Did he write the notes? Much of the writing style and spelling from these notes are not consistent with other communications from Jobak. However, certain elements can be found in the anonymous tip. Based on what we learned so far, it is reasonably believed that Jobak sent the notes, but only wrote the anonymous tip, if anything. Additional writing samples would be required for a more complete analysis. Anything else? Nope. So, we don't need to talk to these guys just yet. What we do need to do is go back up here up the long stairway and talk to Jobak here. Right. I believe that you are involved with this entire ordeal. What are you talking about? Why would I be connected with a hammock? I never mentioned hammock. That is, I mean, surely you don't. Alright, explain yourself. If I mentioned hammock, it is clearly because you had mentioned him earlier, or because I was able to deconstruct the situation, and I come to the most logical conclusion. As a member of Ambassador Tasana's staff, my integrity should be beyond reproach. This sounds like a wild accusation, and one that I do not have to tolerate. Do not make me contact Starfleet Command about your behavior here, Lieutenant. Whoops. And I completely failed. That's just peachy. Well, I'm going to start off, I'm going to end the video here and redo this entire thing back up to this point. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Hey everyone, Ash here, and I'm back to where I was before I completely and utterly failed. So let's talk to Joe back again, and hopefully with less failure. Alright, I believe, what are you talking about? Blah blah blah, I never mentioned him. Alright, explain yourself. On second thought, yeah, we remember what happened. We remember what happened last time I choose that. I know you're guilty. I don't have proof. I completely failed. So on second thought, we investigated your history. So it is a matter of record that I can trace my lineage back to Serac himself. In of itself, that fact proves nothing. Also, Lieutenant, I fail to see why my ancestry is any of your business. Would you be pleased if I began investigating your family? Of course, I am not sending threatening letters to anybody, so yeah. Now, anyways, we have compared recent and previous communications. I didn't write those notes. It is reasonable to theorize that it is possible that they could have been sent from my terminal. I, however, did not write them. This is your chance to do the right thing. I will not have the Romulans destroy our world like they did their own. Continued negotiations with them can only bring death and destruction. Our plan should have been perfect. Why couldn't you have just let things be? Very well. I sent both messages, but I did not write the threat. In fact, the entire plan was Hammocks. He assured me that we would never be caught. He said Jurak would leave as soon as he was threatened. I should have never listened to a Romulan. And exit. There we go. I succeeded this time without completely and utterly failing and then having to redo the entire mission over again. Now we can confront Hammock. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that, but oh well. Talk to Lieutenant Hammock. Alright, our lives are in danger. We should not be here. You have been accused of threatening your own ambassador. What? That's preposterous. What possible reason would I have for doing such a thing? If anything, I think this is yet another Federation trick. Then just like the Romulans, blaming the Federation for everything. Alright. You dare accuse me? Where is your proof? Jobak has revealed the truth. Fat traitor. I should have never trusted that emotionless virul. Drak, they're lying. We should leave before anything else. Blah. Enough. Do you think I could not tell when you're... And of course they beamed out again. Alright. Now anyways, back to what I was... Do you think I could not tell when you're lying? Why, Hammock? Why? Hammock? Why threaten your own people? Vulcans and Romulans can never be allies. We should be spilling their blood, not making alliances. The Vulcans are to blame for the destruction of Romulus. They are to blame for the downfall of my family and the senseless death of millions. They are liars and murderers, and I will not rest until Vulcan is destroyed. Why can't you see that? Why do you insist on making peace? Blood calls for blood. I regret this entire situation. Thank you for finding the true culprit. The Romulan government will deal with him. For now, you may tell Ambassador Tasawa that I will remain and we get to continue the visit as planned. Alright. And there we go. Unlike last time when I completely and utterly failed and accused the Jobak without any proof, this time I got the proof and I did the right thing, so I didn't have to do the mission entirely over again, which was downright annoying. And up the long stairway to the ambassador here. Alright, it is illogical that one of our own would do this. Jobok will be dealt with. And I will I will receive the following: 106 skill points, 26 bridge officer skill points, 42 Starfleet merit, and 10 diplomacy XP. And there we go. Time to beam out. And time to beam out and leave the system as well. There we go, another diplomatic mission down. Like I said though, this is spoilers since this was added with season 2. So yeah. Anyways, when we come back, we'll actually do this diplomatic orders mission and head back to the solar system to pick up the other Vulcan ambassador. I'll see you all next time.